The supply ponds in Branford, Connecticut are a 30-acre pond system that was hand-dug and created by the New Haven Water Company in the 19th century by damming Queech Brook, serving as a water source until 1932. After that, the water supply was replaced by Lake Galliard in North Branford. In 1969, the supply ponds were acquired by the town of Branford from the Regional Water Authority, marking the town's first major open space acquisition. The area has since expanded from its initial 330 acres to more than 1,100 acres of adjoining open space, ideal for hiking, birding, and mountain biking.
The supply ponds feature several old foundations and stone structures scattered throughout the woods, remnants of the 19th century agricultural life and the area's history as a water supply for the town. These ruins, which include cellar holes, old walls, and the foundation of the caretaker's house that was demolished in 1946, can be found along the trails, particularly on the eastern side of the upper pond near Queech Brook.
There have been reports of Revolutionary War-era drums being heard in the woods and around the supply ponds, often rumored to be connected to the area's history as a 17th and 18th century industrial site. Some visitors have also claimed that as they walk deeper into the woods, they hear gunshots, screaming, and the sound of people running or gasping for air behind them, but when they turn around to look, the sound suddenly disappears.
Now that you've heard the story, come join us on this paranormal investigation of the Branford Supply Ponds on this episode of The Black Lantern Files.
So what's up, guys? We are here at Branford Supply Ponds, and as you can see, it's a big area. And I don't know how much we're actually going to be able to film and show you, but we're going to be doing this over 2 days. There's rumors of drums being played in these woods, of gunshots going off, and it is a no hunting zone. Granted, I know some people don't listen to that. But in the past, when I've been hiking here, we've found little trinkets on top of tree stumps that look like witchcraft. This is my childhood hiking area. So we're gonna go and do a small investigation here, nothing extravagant. It does close at sunset, so we will not be able to film in the dark here. But there is a lot of history to this area. The town is from 1644, so it was around during the Revolution. And there are old foundations of buildings littered about. Old stone walls to who knows what at this point.
I just heard hello. Already. Is there anybody out here who'd like to communicate with us? Is there anybody out here who'd like to communicate with us? Feel free to come over here.
I want to go over by this tree stump.
You heard that too, didn't you?
Yeah. What did it say?
I swear it said help.
So another rumor that of folklore that people have been saying as they're walking through here is that you'll hear screams from behind you, but when you look, it stops and nothing's there. So we're looking for that screaming. And guys, it is cold. It is extremely cold out here. We just finally got the snow melted. And you can see there's also a lot of tornado damage in here, so some of the trails just aren't accessible. It's being very verbal, but a lot of it doesn't make sense.
Right.
Hey. It just said, hey. Who's in here?
Listen.
It said hi again. Still nothing on EMF. And even though I don't have this in the camera the full time, this is one of the ones that actually beeps. So you'll hear it verbally. Here is more of the tornado damage back in 2021, I believe. Oof.
Me too, spirits, me too.
But yeah, we really wanted to do an investigation here because there's so much folklore about it, but nothing has been confirmed by any paranormal group in here. So this is like the first exploration of this place in particular, I guess. What in the world was that?
I could have sworn it just said whispered, think about that.
I mean, if I have to think about it, I don't know. If one of you guys investigated here, it's called Bradford Supply Ponds. If you investigated here before, I'd love to know your experience. It'd be kind of cool. Like, this is a first-time thing for us here specifically. More damage. This is actually the area it came through. It touched down over by I-95, way over there. My EMF turned off. I wonder if we're getting close to those other people. Oh, so because these are active trails, guys, if we cut out a clip and you see us here and then we end up all the way over there, it's just because somebody else walked by that isn't with us and we're just respecting their privacy. I can't hear over the gravel. Okay, guys, so this is one of the old buildings we were talking about. This is actually like a cellar.
Can't help.
This is actually an old cellar. This is the outside of the foundation. I can't safely get in there, but I will try to go around all of this and show you. But this used to be a whole, like, building at one point. And see, when we came in here and tried to do it the first time, you couldn't even find this.
Nope.
So we are currently inside of what used to be a building at one point. It's all overgrown. That bird scared me a little bit. Seriously, somebody like hiked in here with their like Christmas tree and just dumped it.
I mean,
That's kind of nuts.
nature with nature.
You know what? This is the place I think we should set up like a Flux and a REM Pod, since it was an old building. Because we know that if we follow that way, it loops around and goes back out. So that's basically, let's do this for the first part of day one, and we'll go out that way, and when we have more time, we'll actually end up over there.
Okay.
So here we are leaving the old foundation number 1, we'll call it.
And we're going to go ahead and switch gears on the app here. We're going to switch up to GhostTube.
Yeah, we're still looking for communication. There's the Queech Brook part. We're not going to cross that today. Dog.
That looks muddy up there.
Yeah, it usually is. Hey, dog.
Grab.
Grab what?
What are we grabbing?
It literally goes down to like muddy swamp. We previously entered from up there, and now we're actually by one of the ponds. Another stone wall.
High EMF activity. It's not detecting there though, but
It's detecting on that.
Bird.
where bird? It literally blipped somewhere over here.
Friend.
Yes, we can be your friend.
Would you like to talk to us?
It's bright.
What's bright?
If you come touch this device in my hand, it'll make a couple beeping noises and show me that you're here with us.
Full.
Full.
I see you.
Do you see us? Where are you? Come touch this little device in Enzo's hand.
Now, you know it's cold out here, but it feels
Okay.
so much more warm.
Okay. Well, where are you?
This blue one right in my hand.
Ungodly.
What's ungodly? Are you ungodly? Can you say something else?
Please continue.
What do you want us to continue? Do you want us to continue talking to you? Do you want us to continue upon the path?
This just went out.
I think that's got to sleep on it.
Trapped.
Where are you trapped?
It's not working.
Weak.
It's not even reading the camera. And remember I said this was going crazy the other day?
Yeah. Weird. Where are you? We want to communicate with you.
I'm walking.
Where are you walking? Do you want us to go left? Or do you want us to go to our right? Give us a direction and we'll go.
This is straight up not working. I heard footsteps, but it could be people.
We're going to continue forward this way. If you want to talk to us, come to us.
You can follow us around while we're in here, but you can't come home with us.
You can't come home with us, but you can follow us while we're here.
I don't understand why this isn't reading a battery on a camera. Like, even a little bit. I want to be on there, just go somewhere nice that's not cold.
Oh, Oh, you're talking about the plane?
Yeah.
I think we're reaching the end.
Okay.
Okay. Okay to what?
So over there is the whole other side of it. It takes like an hour just to get over there. Because that's the side that comes out on the other side of the bridge. Unless you're daring enough to cross that tree.
Yep.
That nice slippery tree.
Let's not say we did.
He told me.
What did he tell you?
Very much.
He told you very much about what?
Success.
He told you about... What was disrespectful? I'm sorry.
Is your friend not friending?
My friend is being very wishy-washy right now. Was your friend was what he said disrespectful about his success? Or her success?
I'm gonna get the spirit box.
Yeah. What was unfortunate? We're gonna try talking to you using another device, okay? If you want to talk, come over here.
Oops. I think everybody's using 150.
Do you not want to talk to us?
Andrew.
Who's Andrew?
I heard hello.
Hello.
I want to talk.
You want to talk? Come over here and talk to us through this device in Enzo's hand.
Incorrect.
What's incorrect?
Yeah.
Did that just say go home? Why do you want me to go home? Results may vary. Is this easier for you to communicate with?
Please go.
Please go, it says.
Alright, if they want us to go, we'll keep moving.
Where do you want us to go?
Say.
You already beat me to that question. But where do you want us to go?
I live here.
I know you live here.
That's why we want to talk to you. We want to know who you are.
Where here do you live?
Job board. Airline pattern. DJ.
Not even close.
No. Not even close to here.
What do you mean?
I'm asking you, where do you live?
I wish I knew what that just said.
Flames.
What about flames?
Unquestionably.
800?
Were you in one of the houses that burned in here?
Wrong.
Wrong. Did you watch the houses go up in flames? Did you watch the fires as they occurred?
This sounded like it just said, I miss your face.
Not necessary.
What's not necessary? Can you explain?
I have no idea what is going on, but seems to be communicating. What do you want to tell us? I think we should continue.
I agree.
If you want to follow us and keep talking,
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows what. Tell
Every-
us what they don't know.
every time you tell it, you want to leave.
Follow us and keep communicating with us.
I remember.
What do you remember?
It's impossible.
What's impossible?
You're here.
Are you here in this spot? Come talk to us using the device in my hand if you're here. We're gonna put out a device, okay?
With this one, it can sense when you're near it, or you can manipulate it to tell yes and no answers.
Okay.
I remember.
What do you remember?
Down.
Down where?
It seems like you like that device.
Can you back up from that device for a moment?
And let it go back to blue.
Dislike.
Do you dislike this device?
It's like they're testing it out.
Can you back up from the device and let it turn back to blue?
I've honestly never seen one of these in other people's videos ever do this. Both the red and the green are lit up,
Certainly.
and it just chirps and beeps to both sides. And it's on pretty flat ground.
Can whoever's touching the device back up and let it turn blue?
That was green for yes.
It also feels very inconclusive because it's going back and forth.
It's almost like something's just cycling around it.
Can you back up from the device, please?
Give it back.
Give what back?
I'm just gonna restart it. On a lower setting.
Possessed.
What's possessed?
What's possessed? I don't know, guys. I restarted it, and it's still just going nuts. And it's on a lower setting now.
I'm kind of wondering if the electrical field out here nearby is causing interference.
Yeah, but that's so far away now. And honestly, if it was, this would be going crazy. And this just reads 0.
Yeah, but at the same time, we need to make sure that's still working. You did try to test it a few different times.
I mean, it worked fine at home. I don't know, guys. I can't confirm or deny, but I've never seen either of your fluxes do that before.
We got blue for a moment.
I know there was one video we were watching, it was making like Morse code on their video. And then another one on someone else's video, it was just making a high pitch noise. But I've never seen one do the beep boop bop and go back and forth like that. Now it's back to blue. It's a little weird. Are you saying yes, that's weird?
Hands are getting cold.
Are you saying no, he shouldn't put that away? And now both are lit again. Something's getting close to that.
If there's something out here looking to speak with us, can you make both colors light up?
I mean, it did light both of them up, but they're back to blue.
I'm talking about now, though.
Do you like us being here? Here, do you like us being here? Light the green side for yes, and light the red side for no.
Okay.
You don't like us being here. Are you from the 1770s? Light green for yes and red for no. Yes. Were you part of the Continental Army? Were you part of the British Army? Yes? No. Okay, step away from it for a second so it resets, please. Green for Continental, red for British. Continental Army. This is wild. Especially because there's not a lot of information on it. So the gunshots that normally get heard, by the way, as the spirit box just turns on in my pocket. Do you want me to use this to talk to you? Light the green one for yes? You died? Did you die in the war? Yes. Was your barracks around this area? What did that say?
Allegedly made.
There's too much going on right now between that and this. But ever since this turned on, both sides of that have been going crazy again. So you're from the 1770s, and you possibly died during the Revolutionary War, is that what I'm gathering? Green for yes, red for no? Were you a kid?
No.
Are you the one in here that plays the drums? You know I'm a drummer too? Yeah, I play those same kind of drums from that era. I want to know what this looked like before it was all overgrown with trees, before they dammed this to make a pond. It used to just be a river. Because it's run off from a spring out that way. This is called Queech Brook. Is there anything else you want to tell us before I turn that off? Yes. Is it about how you passed? No.
Were you around for the fires?
See, now I want to look that up because I don't recall anything in the history we found about fires.
No. So are you lighting green because you don't know about fires?
That's wild.
No. Were you young or old when you passed away? Green for young, red for old. You were young. Okay.
Young as in our age? Or young as in, like, teenager? Red for our age, green for a teenager.
Our age.
So 30s. Is that correct? You were in your 30s? '20s?
Were you in your teens? Were you in your 40s? There we go.
So you were in your 40s. Take out your phone again and use one of those to see if we can get a name.
Can you tell us what your name was? Hello? Can you tell us what your name was? Do you not want to tell us what your name was?
Steve. Was your name Steve? Light the green light?
No, your name wasn't Steve. Was it Matt? Matthew? I heard Steve again.
In my phone, what I'm holding in my hand, you can use very descriptive words, and it will paint me a picture. Can you describe yourself into my phone?
What are the odds?
But what are the odds that that's just a rumor around here? So yes, that was you. It just got really freaking cold inside my jacket.
It's been really cold inside my jacket for a minute.
Well, it's nice to meet you. I really wish I could know your name. I live in this town and I can come visit anytime. Did you get any names through that?
I got Steve and I got Matt.
Can you light green for Steve and red for Matt? It blipped green.
Is your name Steve? Green for yes, red for no. Green staying lit.
I know it's using a lot of your energy to use these devices. If they're very new for you, aren't they? Has anybody used these in the woods before?
Yes. Well, Steve, it was very nice to meet you. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us.
If you want, while we're still here, you can walk around with us, but you just can't follow us home. I'm going to pick up the device now so we can move to another location within the forest. Is that okay? Can you say green for goodbye? Thank you. That was productive. That was. So, guys, whether you believe it or not, like, that was just absolutely wild. I honestly didn't expect much coming in here, because most of it's just folklore from people around the town saying it. Nothing that I know of has ever been confirmed. But now we have the first little bit of evidence. We are definitely going to come back here tomorrow and see, in that same location, if we can ask more questions and do a little more research tonight as far as questions we should be asking. And again, like we mentioned in the beginning of the video, this place does close at sunset. It's not like I wouldn't be completely able to get out, but it is under surveillance. So we don't want to break rules. I have not contacted anybody from the town about staying here past dark, or if it would even be allowed. But if you guys like this video, and we get 100,000 likes, maybe in the future, I'll see about pulling a permit to camp in here and do an overnight session. Can you feel just the temperature dropping drastically?
Yep.
Do you want to turn to hold the thing? Since we forgot the other one.
Sure. Hello. Hello.
I'm still trying to figure out how to work the thing. It was working fine at home when I tested it on the Wi-Fi router, and I hope I didn't fry it.
I mean, you did say it was acting erratically after you unplugged it, so.
So here's the little story from yesterday. When I was charging all of our equipment, when I unplugged this, it spiked up to like 50. Because when you plug it in, the screen turns on and you get two, like, charging arrows. Why don't you guys drop in the comments? Do you prefer an EMF detector or a Mel meter? I'm curious to hear your thoughts. This, by the way, is the part that leads to that tree I've been posting all over social media that looks like a giant hand coming out of the ground.
I will say this. It is
feels
cold.
like 28. Like, just on that verge, like it's about to snow again, and we're not expecting snow tonight. But that's what it feels like out here. It feels like it's gonna snow.
Well, also, it's cooler because the air is blowing off the water.
Everybody loves animal shots, so just get the two swans. Nature. We only have about 30 more minutes here today anyways, So we are walking towards the exit currently down one of the trails. Now, if you've seen our Instagram, TikTok, when all of this was covered in snow, you couldn't clearly see any of the trails, just people's footsteps. And it was almost like spatial disorientation trying to find our way through here. And that is why we postponed this video. If anyone's from Brantford and you know why that memorial bench is here, but it just says always something to see. If you know why the bench was put there, leave a comment. Couldn't find anything on that part. And again, this is more destruction from tornado. He is truly shivering.
I'm frickin' freezing.
Me, I work outside, so I just deal with this all the time.
Okay, Mr. Multiple Layers plus a thermal on.
Well, I knew what it was going to be. I was outside in it all day already.
Well...
Here's the creepy tree. The creepy tree that has a fucking odor.
Here's another stone wall.
And from this angle, it looks like a hand.
Hands up.
Oh, you found another foundation. And you can go inside of this one. Alright, I hope you guys can see this. We did not see this when we were in the snow. This just looked like a mess. We're gonna go set up the Flux and a REM Pod in there. Right here in what looked like a doorway. And that's all calibrated. Are you all calibrated, or is that just sitting there obnoxiously beeping?
Well, now it just started obnoxiously beeping now that you said something.
We're in the cellar of an old building. Is there anyone here? Is this your house? Can you make one of these two devices go off? Either the one over by the doorway or the one up on the rock? You could even make this one in my hand go off. Maybe. Temperature?
Cold.
Is it possible for you guys to make this one go off over here? Is the temperature going up on that now?
No.
Oh, thank you. So we're definitely going to come back to this spot tomorrow and do something in depth. Because we've been here for 3 minutes and we're getting responses. So this is definitely getting explored further tomorrow.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to tell us? Because we're just here for a short time. Green for yes, red for no. It is getting late and we have to leave soon, so. And sorry for just walking into what could possibly be your house.
Temperature.
Well. Alright, so we cleaned up everything. Leave no trace. That's the respectful thing to do when you're hiking through nature, kids. Don't leave trash. Ever. But that is another foundation. We are on our way out of the woods for the night. As I said, we don't have a permit to be here after dark. So we're going to respect that. I will say, it has been quite eventful. Tomorrow's going to be a day of trying to debunk anything. Do you have anything you want to add before we cut this for the night?
I don't have anything. This has definitely been very, very eventful, though, and I'm really excited for tomorrow.
Yeah, we came here expecting nothing because we couldn't find, any information on the internet about any paranormal activity. So, me and my friends always joked when we were hiking here as kids in high school that something was in here because you'd always get this uneasy feeling in the middle of the summer, because obviously we were staying here a little later than we were supposed to in high school, as kids do. Another foundation.
That one's full of water, though.
That one is full of water. That is another foundation right here to another building. We're not going to step in that one because it's wet.
What?
ADHD brain, I forgot where I was saying.
Talk about being kids in high school and
yeah.
staying here later than you should.
So I've basically hiked this whole thing. And even as kids in high school, we would say it was like you were hiking through portals. Because one moment you just end up on the other side of the whole thing. And it's like, how'd I get here? It's actually really freaky. But that being said, we will continue this on day 2. We are going to sign off for now. We'll catch you tomorrow. We're going to go get some dinner. We are starving. We did have a full day of work earlier, so. Enzo and Arlo out. So, Internet, I just wanted to make a point of this because we are home now. We've had dinner. We've had lovely Mexican food. But maybe LEDs don't work, but it works fine on our Deco Pod. And I'm gonna do this up against the camera now. You'll be able to hear it, but you won't see it. It worked a second ago. So it's working on that. It's working on the computer. It's working on all of these electronic things. But when we were in the woods earlier, this wouldn't register a phone, anything, just to show you. It did it a little bit. There you go. It is working, but whatever was happening out in the woods was making this register nothing. Thank you. Alright guys, what's up? This is day 2. We had to skip a day from the original plan, but we are going in the way that we came out the last time. First of all, we're going to hit one of those foundations, and then we're going to try to connect with Steve again. I think that's his name. And then we're going to go down a different trail and work our way out again. We're a little shorter on time with this today, so this might be the quicker aspect of the video. We may cut so we can fast forward through things. Do you have anything to add? No? Oh, and it's been cold enough that magical ice has formed again. Here's one of the little fishing spots. Flooded foundation right there from the other day. Do you have any more of the storyline to go with this today?
Okay, so as clearly stated, there was rumors of being hearing drums
We found that.
drums and gasping and screaming. On top of that, I mean, that's really all I can think of.
What was that thing we heard from somebody else the other day? About how a girl hung herself by the power lines.
Oh, yes. So there was a story of a girl who had hung herself near the power lines, and she apparently still roams these woods to this day.
And mind you, we did try to fact check that through internet. Could not find anything through the internet. However, the source that told us about it, we're not going to use an exact name because we're respecting their privacy again, but they are former fire department and said about 20 years ago some girl hung herself in these woods. We're back at that foundation where we got a bunch of activity prior to today. We're going to try to do a quick Flux, and I think you can light up Necro too.
We might be able to get through Necro today.
Yeah, you could probably pull Necro up on the phone. I'm going to set a Flux up real quick. But we are inside one of the foundations at this point. We are fighting daylight, so I will cut here so you can just get a good glimpse of this before I stop it. It's all the way over there. There's a hump in the middle from where it's fell in or caved in. The exit's way over there. So, I'm looking Arlo.
And Arlo is about to fall.
Yeah, it's really not safe. Alright, so we have the Flux set up. Camera facing it so you can kind of see. We'll do supplemental footage with that. You want to pull up the app?
Yes.
And we'll try to start a conversation before going down that other trail. And of course, noise pollution by airplane.
Because why not?
We love when airplanes do noise pollution. Not kidding. Airplane. See, even the ghost said yes. Alright. Seem to already be getting contact. I'm going to hold this as steady as possible. I don't have a tripod for this one. Thank you. And if anybody is here with us, can you light that back to green again or make it start chirping? If you get closer to it, it'll make some noise. And if you're on either side of it, it'll tell us yes or no. Green would be for yes, red would be for no. Are you here and wanting to communicate with us? Green for yes. Hello. Hello, I'm Enzo and this is Arlo. We're here to respect you. I know that we're probably in your house. But if you would like to get your story out to the world, we're willing to communicate with you through these devices. Is there something you would like to tell us about your life and or how you're living now? Green for yes, red for no. Are you just here and content and living as a spirit? Yes. Do you mind that we're here in the foundation of possibly your old house? Green for yes, red for no. Are you wanting us to leave this area?
Using this device in my hand, can you tell me your name?
Are you Steve? Were you waiting for us at the entrance to return? So Steve is already with us. Hi, Steve. We told you we were coming back. We're going to do a second part of our investigation. You are more than welcome to follow us. You just can't follow us home. Once we leave the woods, the ties are terminated. But if you want to walk around with us again this evening, you're more than welcome. Over there is what I keep calling the hand tree, by the way. I don't know if there's any significance to it, again. Steve, was this somebody's house? What'd that say?
I forgot my earbuds.
Do you want us to already go walking through the woods? Is this area just an old foundation? Nothing special happened here? Or should we be spending time here to... Alright, so if you can step away from that and do it again, do you want us to stay here for green? Red to continue on, if you can give an answer for that. Okay, so green. You want us to stay right here. Can you tell us the significance with this area? Do you want me to bring out that app on my phone that paints pictures again? Where you could give a descriptive image? Was that an easier way for you to show us what actually happened here? Or if you want to come over here, we're welcoming you. It's not going to hurt you. But you can talk into Arlo's phone, the device he's holding in his hand, and it'll say words for you. What's easier for you? You're more than welcome to come stand between us and use his phone to communicate. I heard evil. Are you evil, Steve? I don't think that from you, but are you evil? Or you just misunderstood? Red for evil, green for misunderstood. Do you want us to go closer to the river where you might have more energy?
Steve, do you want to come talk to me through the device that I have in my hand?
I'm pulling up Seer, guys.
Or do you want to show him something through Seer?
If you talk into my phone, it'll paint a descriptive picture of what this place might have been. If you could tell us. Okay. Yeah, walk right up to my hand and just talk into this, and give it descriptive words, and it will paint a picture. And guys, I can't make this up. My hand actually got a little cold. We think the spirit Steve is communicating with us right now and about to paint us a picture on GhostTube Seer. We're going to see what he tells us about this place and try to interpret it. What do you think that is? Alright, I know you guys are gonna think I'm nuts, but if you literally look that way and put the phone right there, it literally makes that shape in the trail. Like, there's the river. There's to the left, and then over to the right you have the little hump. Steve, can you describe the house that once laid on this foundation? Can you show me what it looked like? I know this might use a lot of your energy, but it would really help if you could paint a picture of what this house might have looked like. Go ahead, I know. You take your time. You could just talk into my phone. Into the device I'm holding into my hand. And once you show us this building, we're gonna move on and go to the next place. Maybe closer to the river where you were more active. I feel like you get a little bit of power over there. What did it say?
See, this is where I wish I would have brought my AirPods.
Just waiting for Steve to give us the next one. Now, guys, if you're ever in here for any reason and you're talking to Steve, he seems pretty friendly. He seems pretty willing to speak, too. We have not felt anything malicious with him in any way. He seems like a cool, down-to-earth spirit. And he's actually really helped us with this investigation if you see yesterday's footage.
Steve, would it help if we went back to the river where you had more energy?
Yeah, can you give us green or red for yes or no? We can go back to the river if you want to talk. Oh. That checks out. Basic building, no windows. With a dirt road. Which, guys, you'll see on our way out of here, it literally is a dirt road. So I'm gonna save that picture. Shut this off for a minute. Steve, are you ready to go? We're gonna keep walking. We're gonna go to the next spot. Is that okay with you? Can you just hit the flux? Again, the left. There we go. Green for go. All right, Steve, I'm going to shut that off for a minute. So we're going to have minimal communication, but we're going to keep continuing down the trail. All right, yeah. But anyways, Steve seems to be one of the Revolutionary War spirits. He seems pretty cool. We told him he can follow us. He helped us the other day. We're going to try to get on a different trail than the other day, as long as it's not blocked off by fallen trees.
Or people.
Well, people's one thing. We can just cut that out, but... And if you guys fast forward, or I guess fast rewind to the beginning of this video, there's a whole history section of these woods of what we know. I was trying to keep our equipment away from power lines, but there are power lines in here. We have heard a rumor, there's nothing confirmed that I found across the internet, that a girl hung herself in these woods. And it has also been confirmed that, 20, 30 years ago, this area was prone to brush fires. So whatever we were getting from a spirit the other day talking about fires may be true, because I have that confirmed from somebody who used to work from the fire department. Again, no names, concealing their identity, blah, blah, blah. But it is confirmed that this area was prone to brush fires at one point, hence all the younger trees. This is where, maybe a little further up, where we first got in contact with Steve.
A little further. Around the bend.
It's not as cold as the other day, which is nice. But the air definitely feels heavier, like it's really humid for no reason. But we're expecting a lot of rain tomorrow.
You're getting close.
Yep. Alley-oop.
Ah!
Steve, if you want to play a joke on Arlo, you could pull his hair.
Could we not? Steve, don't listen to Enzo. Enzo's full of shit.
So we're almost near what I would call Steve's home. We're going to ask him a couple questions when we get to it. And then, if you see that bridge way across the river, we're going to try to get to that and do a session over there. It's a lot muddier today. Like, the ground's not as frozen, it's really wishy-washy.
Why does this feel like it was muddier than yesterday?
I was just saying, because it probably thawed. Now, we walked the same way, but this looks completely different than the other day. I tell you guys, the walking through these woods feels like you jump through portals and it's like a glitch in the Matrix. Because you can go the same way twice, and it doesn't even feel like you were there. Like, you know what I'm looking for, right? The embankment that goes down to the river.
We're almost there.
Okay, I remember those 3 stumps. Okay, this is where we first came into contact with Steve. Right by this area. I'm gonna set the Flux up and ask him a couple questions. But this is the area where we first came into contact with Steve. Down there in that area, right by that little jut out into the river, is where we came into contact with the screaming. So we're going to make our way down there next. And then we're going to end up across this river. All right, Steve, all eyes are on you. Is this the area of your death? Green for yes, red for no. I'm sure you're getting used to this game by now. Is this the area? Yes, okay. All right, next question. Is this the area in which you lived? Green for yes, red for no. You might have to step back. Okay, thank you. All right. Green for this is the area which you lived. Red for no. So you lived around this area. Is there another foundation we're not seeing right here? Give me green for yes, red for no, please.
Definitely human.
Is there another foundation over here? Green for yes, red for no. Yes. Is it the one down to the right there, my right? Is it the one down there that was all filled in? Green for yes, red for no. Or is it something on the other side of the river? Red fur across the river. Is it something we'll see when we go over there?
High confidence there. So, not across the river, but somewhere in here.
Unless it's that right there. Because I can kind of see, like, the man-made rocks. Is that your place right over there? Yes. So it is across the river, but it is right here.
Steve, will we have to travel far to get there, or do we just cross the river and go the other side? Green for yes, red for no.
Or do you want us to go down towards the power lines and cross the river at the respective spots so we could... Alright, are you okay if I shut that off right now, or do you want to tell us more while we're here? Red for more, green for go. And just one more time, if you would like us to continue on, light the green side. If there's more you want to tell us while we're right here, light the red side. Just waiting on your answer, Steve. It's whatever you're comfortable with.
Steve, we're more than happy to talk. If you've got more that you'd like to say, like the red no. If you would like for us to continue. Okay, you'd like for us to continue.
Alright. If you just step away so I don't accidentally touch you or anything, I'm going to shut that off now. Let it go, Blue. Thank you. Alright, we're continuing on. Steve's going to talk to us about that foundation. Make a mental note that it's by that log, because we got to kind of go up and across and back.
I was going to take the rest of the run across the log.
I'm not doing that with cameras. On a typical hike, yes, I would take the easy way. But I don't feel like getting wet. It's cold. We're gonna follow the trail the right way. So a quick mental note, the way we got over here the other day, guys, was through that trail, but we're following it down to the bank of the river. Watch out, it's steep. Another trail goes that way. Maybe we'll do that one in the future for like, I don't know, it's easy. This is in town, so 500 likes if you want us to go down that. Queech Brook. And guys, these aren't to stop us from hiking, it's just so there's no ATVs in here.
Oof.
Look how crystal clear that water is. You can see all the way to the bottom.
Go for a swim.
I feel like every time we come in here, there's sirens.
You know, I mean, it doesn't help that this is nearby the fire headquarters for Brantford, but
Here's either another stone foundation or possibly a wall. And this is some complete overgrowth of an old trail. That one basically doesn't even exist anymore. I don't know if you guys can gauge through a camera how high that is, but it's probably a 500-foot climb. There's a hill right here, and right about here is about the 500-foot level from where we are now. And if I'm being generous, it might be more like 300. So across the river, that's where we just were. That was our last known location with Steve. Steve's kind of been our, tour guide. He's cool, he just hangs out with us. I feel like it's a bond because I play drums. That's the log we were talking about to cross. Then we saw a foundation just over here. We're gonna try to see if that's a hot spot and if Steve has a whole lot of power and can actually talk. We'll pull out the... What's it called? Necrophonic on your phone?
yes.
Necrophonic on the phone, and we're gonna pull out the spirit box over here. If we can get to that foundation.
Clearing up ahead. Orange.
Yes. It was somewhere over here, correct? Well, don't do that. Was it here or was it further?
I feel like it was about here.
Maybe by those trees. We saw rubble of either a wall or foundation over here. Oh no. Talk to Steve.
I'm getting a lot of interference right now.
I don't know if that's interference or him trying to walk over here. Because I just zeroed it right there.
Should we try zeroing it again?
Yeah, try to put it back into the little bit less brush. Try it, yeah. Is that better, Steve? Is that where you want us to place the device?
Steve, was this around the area where your home was? Green for yes, red for no.
I wonder if he was able to cross over the river. I still want to show this part on YouTube, just because, like, you know, sometimes you don't always get something. Here's the little one I was looking for. Alright, you have the backpack. If you want to go onto the other side, I'm going to set the Flux up on this side. If you want to put the REM Pod down that side, we're going to see what we got on the bridge. This is probably one of the last parts of our investigation. We are having really good luck with the devices out here. After you get that set up, pull the EMF detector out and see if you get anything. Try to, like, test a battery or something. Nothing. And it doesn't even read to the REM pod. Is there anybody at this bridge that would like to communicate us? If you manipulate this black device in front of me, we call it the Flux. You can light the left side for green and light the right side for no. It'll just beep and change colors. Is there anybody with us?
Steve, if you're here, touch this device right here. Temperature.
Okay, so he's with you.
I need to just spend time in my backpack on my back, so it could just be alerting a regular temperature to begin with.
Click temp 0.
I didn't click anything. Steve, if you're here, can you touch this device right here? Pick any color you want, just as long as you touch it. And you demonstrate. If you're here, touch that device.
If it's somebody else, you could touch this one.
I almost kind of wonder if Steve's confined to the other side.
That's what I'm wondering as well. I wonder if they can't actually cross over the river. Well, I just got a Flux.
You got a yes out of the Flux. Temperature.
So are you a different spirit than Steve? Can you light the red side? If you're Steve, light the green side. Again, if you are Steve, light the green side. If you are a different spirit and your name is not Steve, light the red side, which is the right side. It just feels like Steve's way over there.
That's what I was thinking. His energy feels a little further.
It's up to you if you want to do spirit box over here or just get back on that side, because that side's where we're going to have to be to get out.
Just based upon what I'm feeling here, this energy, this area has a lot less energy than what I was feeling there. But also I was feeling some energy over in that side too.
So, fun fact for you guys. Myself and Arlo can somewhat feel energy. We're not completely tapped into it,
Temperature.
but we are able to feel it. We're able to gauge, like, positive, negative, high, low vibrations. He's actually channeled my grandmother before in the past.
That was me, or 0.
Oh.
So, I've actually had the experience of speaking to Enzo's grandmother and passing along a message from her to him. Every question he had asked, I was able to come up with a response to. So I have spoken with his grandmother previously. I feel energy that way, as opposed to where I'm feeling it right now. I don't feel energy over here.
Specifically at this bridge, but it's out to the right or out to the left. That this is kind of like a void area.
So this might be, exploring that side might be another episode. But with that being said, that's temperature. That's gone off a few times already. But with that being said, we've met with another spirit on that side. We communicate with another spirit on that side.
Who is Steve and seems to like us and be willing to communicate.
We like Steve.
We like Steve. Steve's cool.
We like Steve.
Steve plays drums and has a brown Bess.
With that being said, who knows what we'll encounter on that side? This might be a future episode.
Which, for 10,000 likes, we'll go over there.
But with that being said, we've explored this side. We've experienced what this side has to offer.
We've came up with 2 spirits specifically from that side. Steve and an unknown. And that just went off, but you are close to it.
I was going to say, I think that's me.
But the other one behind you is also going off now.
That's temperature.
But now the tone changed. That's temperature going up. Again, sorry for sidetracking. ADHD. ADHD brain. You gotta love it. On that side, we've came across a spirit named Steve that likes to follow us around. He likes to communicate with us. We also found an angry and or distraught spirit that did not give us their name, but they just seemed sad. So that side definitely has activity. We're going to shut these devices off now and get back to the other side, do one more quick one on the way out, but that's going to conclude Black Lantern Files Episode 1. We will show you the way out. Flux is going back in the pocket. I'm just gonna let Arlo do his thing. At this point, I think I'm gonna bring up GhostTube itself. See if we get any words. Again, there's rumors of some girl who hung herself maybe 20 years ago. I have GhostTube going. You might hear that in the background. We're going to walk back towards the trail to get out, because we don't have enough daylight to walk the entire thing. This is a big area. Do you have anything you want to add in for that part of the...
You know, I really think that even though this is our first episode, I feel like this specific area has been very productive. And even though we've only gotten to the one side, I also kind of feel like maybe this other side might have a little bit more. But
Which, if you guys like this first video and you want us to explore more in these woods, go ahead, give us likes, send some comments our way. What would you like done better? I'm sure by now you've seen the history behind this place from the beginning of the video. We're going to tack that whole spiel on at the beginning before even showing the investigation. But if there's anything you'd like to see us do differently, minus EVPs, because we are still
Definitely.
because we are still in the market, and I know what I want, but it's kind of out of the budget at this moment in time, because DR60s are apparently going for $1,000 because they're so good and they're so sought after. So if any of you have EVP detectors that you recommend, leave that in the comments.
James.
Who's James? If you have an EVP detector that you like, that you would like to see us maybe use, or one that you have used that you really are sought after it, similar to a DR60, let us know, because we are in the market for an EVP. As far as voice recorders,
All right.
in the past, alls we've used is the microphone on our phones, and it doesn't really get much unless you're under like supreme silent conditions. So, and what else were we looking at?
at this rate, another camcorder. What?
At this rate, another camcorder, yeah.
Can you repeat?
See, so here's the thing. We got one nice camcorder. Arlo needs a nice camcorder too. So
Again, we are beginning to do this per YouTube and less as a hobby, and try to get into it on the more professional aspect. Because before, we were using that and iPhones. Now we're having this camera, which is lovely, and it has night vision. More to come on that.
with the way eBay's looking, I might get an AX55.
Who knows? That or just save up for the Canon I want. But the only real true piece of equipment that we don't have right now that I'm sure you guys want to see is EVP. We do not have a voice recorder that's reliable.
Living room.
What, is there one in my living room at the house? that I'm just...
Wouldn't it be something if your parents actually had a nice camera that we didn't know about?
No, I'm just wondering what stupid things I bought while I was in high school. That might be, like, in a lost corner of the living room.
Did you ever take a photography class?
Yes.
It might be in a lost camera, or a lost corner in the living room.
We did... Chris and I did film studies. So...
There might be a nice camera somewhere in the corner of your living rooms.
I know what camera it would be, but it's lost.
Sounds like it needs to be found.
Alright, we're back on Steve's side. We're gonna call this Steve's side. He's the most predominant one over here. Steve, if you talk into my phone, you can pick words and you're able to communicate with us while we're walking.
Look inside.
Look inside where? Steve, it's getting dark. We're gonna have to get out of here soon. What do you want us to look at? Shroomies. And guys, if you're ever in here, whether you're local or coming distantly to check it out, I would say do not be in here after dark. The trails are just a complete maze. You don't want to find yourself lost in here.
I want it.
You want what? What do you want?
I can't talk.
Why not?
Be quiet.
Is it your bedtime?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Can you see?
I can't see you. But if you talk to us through the...
Over where?
Over here. I'm setting up this device one last time. We want to communicate with you one last time. All right, we're going to wrap up our investigation here. So, if you could light the green light to tell us goodbye. This is a way for us to know that any and all spirits have relinquished their following to us, and that they are going to stay here in the woods and not follow us home. We would like to bid you a goodbye right now. Thank you so much for communicating with us. And we will visit you in the future, but at this time, it is time for us to part ways. You may not follow us home. We must break any bonds, and you must stay here unless you need help passing on. So could you please light the green light to say goodbye? Steve, we thank you so much, and we have to say goodbye to you for now.
Living room.
Steve, again, thank you so much for being a part of our journey here. It's been very nice meeting you, and we'd definitely be coming back again to visit you.
Come inside.
Could you like green to say goodbye? It's not goodbye forever, but could you like green to say goodbye?
We have a future mission that we have to go on, and I know as a military man you understand that. So could you please tell us green for goodbye?
Be careful.
We will be careful.
Barbara.
We have to get out of the woods now, Steve.
Over here.
What did it say? Over here?
Yes.
Are you over there?
Steve, as you may understand, we need to go home. It's getting dark.
We will forever see you as a friend, and we will visit you once again. But for this day, we must say goodbye.
Could you light the green light for goodbye?
Darkness is falling fast. We're gonna have to go.
I can hear you.
Yes, we know you can hear us. Thank you,
Thank
Steve.
you, Steve.
It's
We
been-
will see you again in the future, but for now, if you can shake my hand, I'm trying. Thank you so much for being a good host, and we will see you soon.
It has been very nice to meet you, Steve.
All right, as we're on our way out, we're just killing apps. All right, so recap. We've met Steve. Steve's cool. I don't know whether to show you guys the trail as we're walking or us, so try to do this.
I've got the trail, you've got us.
All right. So, quick recap. We've met Steve. Steve's cool. Steve is here. Steve is a Revolutionary War man. He's cool. He plays drums. We know that. Nobody's ever really done a professional investigation and or at least documented it that I know of. Maybe hobbyists come in here. What else did we find out? That the foundations are hot spots.
The foundations are hot spots, yes.
The big root area by the bank of the river with all the trees is a hot spot.
Yes.
The foundation in the very back was such a hot spot we couldn't set up a device. We're gonna debunk that area for right now as being too close to the power lines, because there are, as you go in that way, there is power lines through a main, I guess you'd call it like the main line.
Yeah.
There's very high voltage back there. So we're going to debunk anything towards that back foundation for now because we couldn't get concrete evidence. That's where my EMF detector the other day stopped working.
In fact, the EMF detector was having issues functioning this entire investigation. That may or may not be either just due to the conditions, or maybe we just need to pick something else when it comes to an EMF detector.
Now, you will see clippets through this video of me testing it out back at the house after and before today. Hold on, we're watching for mud. All right.
But he did test it last night, and last night the EMF detector did work. This, again, this may or may not be due to conditions outside. This may or may not just be due to a defect or, activity, anything of that nature.
And
so we're not limiting it to it's not working. It just may or may not be just the conditions.
And for reference, what we are referencing the EMFs off of at home is a deco pod for Wi-Fi and some light bulbs and batteries. And it seems to work and read completely fine at home. Out here, it everywhere is 0.
You literally have pointed me this entire time.
Because I thought you might want to react.
I mean, that's
Trying to go back and forth and not just be a hoggy host. Nobody likes a hoggy host.
camera whore. No.
Hey.
See what I mean? See what I mean, guys? No. No. But really, we're probably gonna go about getting an EMF detector, like, the basic ones that you see in almost every other paranormal investigators videos, because there's a 50-50 chance that maybe the specific one we have might not be good enough for what we're doing, and that's completely plausible. But at the same time, we also want to rule that out. So honestly, the basic EMF detector is definitely on the cheaper end, so it's not one of those things where it's not going to break the bank. But at the same time, we just want to rule that out. So,
And if you guys are interested, we are doing full files. Hence it being called the Black Lantern Files. More to come on why it's called the Black Lantern Files. We're doing full written files, so if you're a reader, you could follow us on Patreon, and you'll have access to a full written description of this. Actual levels, what we did, all in writing. It'll give you some reading material. It'll be kind of cool. I don't think any other group really does that or sells it, but not that we're out here selling stuff. But for the time it takes to make documents like that, we're going to have like $1 a month subscription on Patreon, so you can go and read about this stuff if you wanted more detail, more than just a video. Arlo runs the Patreon.
yes, Arlo runs the Patreon, as well as anything that requires extensive typing, because Arlo's the typist.
I shoot cameras and talk to spirits.
What is this in my hand, motherfucker?
He's mean.
I'm not mean. He's the mean one. Don't let him fool you.
But really, if you guys have anything else that you want to see, if you want us to come back here, if you have recommendations about anything around Connecticut that you want to see done, as long as it's legal, or if you want to connect with us and, even donate, we'll go to one of the bigger places, go check it out and see our own experience. Nobody's back there.
Nope. Flip screen. I feel like my fingers are freezing onto this tripod.
The high five tree's coming up. We're almost out of here. Following rules, getting out before night. We're close enough to the end, guys. If there's anything you think we should have added, definitely go and review our footage thoroughly. Let us know if you saw things we didn't. I've already had one person who previewed it, that's my friend that's been in here with me, tell me there was an orb somewhere by the river. Check our footage thoroughly, because we may have missed stuff.
Definitely check us out. And again, if you like this video, please feel free to, drop a like, subscribe to us, drop some comments, show us some love. The love is definitely what makes us go through with this more and more.
We want to do this for you guys, not only to document it, but to get some history out there on smaller, not well-known places. We're not that we're not into the big, huge stuff. We want to get the smaller stuff out there to show you could do this anywhere. You could do it as a hobby, or you could get into it fully professionally and go check somebody's house out because they're buying a new one. You know, we want to show you that this isn't just all made up. Half of this stuff's going to be uncut.
Definitely.
I mean, we might snip out some of the long walks to save time on the videos, but at the same point, we might leave it there just for the exploring aspect. You don't need to be a ghost hunter to watch our channel. If you want to just see a nice casual hike through the woods that also has some ghost hunting stuff in it, we're the channel for you.
Definitely. And honestly, you know, again, as Enzo said, we're not here for just the, just the paranormal. We also like to explore things that, might have some form of energy. They, even then, if it doesn't have energy, we definitely like exploring abandoned places as well. So, with that being said, if you have any suggestions at all, please feel free to drop a comment. We're also on socials. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok as well. Feel free to send us a message.
And we also have our personal pages if you don't like this ghost hunting stuff, but you just want to see what we're up to. I mean, in real life, today we marched a parade in a pipe band. We do stuff like that. It's not just all ghost hunting. We have the real life aspect too. But
so, with that being said, we're nearing the end of our journey here. We're almost to our car here. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate it.
like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell them come check out our channel.
Well, I'm Arlo.
I'm Enzo.
And thank you for watching the Black Lantern Files
Of the Branford Supply Ponds.